Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Yannis Pappas Hour. What is going on? You tell me. At this point, I want to do the show where I just take suggestions. You know, when people just say, talk about this, and I'll talk about that. Because this show's all about you, the people, the proletariat, the bourgeoisie, and everyone that's in the net. The net sum of the people is who I love. I am all about the peace dove. I am someone rapping a song. This is someone who listens to children's songs all day. People say, spend time with your kids and enjoy your kids, but they don't tell you that you're gonna go crazy from Bluey. I dream it. All I dream is Bluey. It's cartoons. It's like reliving your childhood when you're done with it. So it's like all the stuff you would have enjoyed when you were a kid, you're watching again as an adult, going like, let me try to find some adult pleasure in the theme of this Beauty and the Beast. Okay. She's, oh my God. Oh, the guy, he's like, you know, he's the underdog. She's the pretty girl. Okay. That's great. Why does it smell like dead eggs in here? So it's really just a situation all parents are in, and you just gotta push them to grow up quicker and go, can you just grow up quick so we can go see the latest Transformer movie together? Because everything right now, you know, is just 3 and under movies. So there's a lot of singing. There's a lot of Miss Rachel, who's a chick who went on YouTube and just became a billionaire. She's got like 25 billion views. She's worth more than Bitcoin right now, which is worth the most it's ever been, which is $68,000, I assume, because Bitcoin is still measured in the value in which you'll pay for it or something. It's still tied to fiat currency, 67,000. It moves so fast. It's so volatile. How can you use it to spend on anything? So right now, people are just using their Bitcoin to feel good about the future. I recommend, instead of getting a 529, instead of getting a retirement plan, instead of any of those old-fashioned boomer ways of saving your money for retirement, put it all, the house, the dog insurance, the kids' college fund, put it all in Bitcoin. I'm bullish on Bitcoin, but I'm even more bullish on Trump's new crypto platform. It's got off to a slow start, but I only believe that's because his true hardcore fans don't know what crypto is yet. I don't think that's really the crypto crew yet. The hardcore, I'm talking about the cult following Trumpies, the MAGA guy. They're, you know, they know about hay, they know about Skull, they know about certain things. They know about lawns and how you need to get off them. It's going to take them a second to go, wait, what? What's the new business? Trump's got a crypto platform. This kid gets his hands into everything. He's like the presidential Paul brothers. He's got the NFTs. He's got crypto. He's got hotels. He's going to box. He's a wrestler. I mean, he's a jack of all trades. And that's why I'm throwing my support behind Bluey for president. This is the Yannis Pappas Hour. Let's get into it right after a little intro music.
Yannis Pappas. Yeah. When you all tucked up in the day long, and the news online going on and on, what's right and wrong, and there's something up. Now here comes a great kid you know you can trust. From the true who's who to the news and cameras, to the fake politics and the propaganda. Yeah, this kid's screwed in, got a lot to say. Oh shit, it's about to be a long day. It's a long day.
Guys, we are brought to you by Kalshi. I'm excited to tell you about this app. It's the first legal exchange where you can trade on any event, anything, like will Billie Eilish be number one this year? You think of it. Who's going to win the election? There's a bunch of fun stuff. Kalshi, yeah, you can trade on that. They're giving a $20 bonus on their app for the first 500 people who join with our code and deposit $100. You get a $20 bonus when you deposit that $100 using their app. Go to Kalshi.com/Yannis and download the app today. That's Kalshi.com/Yannis. So crypto is soaring, Jesse. It's soaring. It's at $68,000. If you're wondering why it's still measured by the value of the dollar, that's because the future hasn't come yet, but it's promised it will come, like the top level of Scientology. You just got to put your money into it. Now, I'm not saying that I'm right about that, because maybe Scientology is true too. I mean, Tom Cruise is a big star, and also nobody found out that John Travolta is gay. So it works. And they also didn't find out about Tom Cruise. So it does work. People who speak out about Scientology disappear. So it does work. They're able to blackmail you by doing your audit and then get a lot of money and make you believe in something. It works. Do people who are in Scientology feel better? Yeah. So it works. You know, I'm always fascinated by that placebo effect, right? If you gave me a Klonopin right now, but it was really just a sugar pill, I'd probably feel like, oh, wow. The power of the brain is so big. You can't say it doesn't work. When people are spending money on it, you're going like it's working on some level. That doesn't mean that people aren't stupid and all that stuff, and they're vulnerable, and they're looking for answers where there aren't answers, but it's working. A lot of people try things that don't work. You know how many people tried to start religions and it didn't work? They end up in a ball of fire in Waco, Texas. Texas? That guy was trying to get something cooking, and he just went a little too hard. So it kept him small. You got to do, you got to be brutal, but with a feather. You got to play the long game. Like the guy who started Scientology, whose name I forgot.
L. Ron Hubbard,
because I block it out because I was raised as a Scientologist. Imagine that comes back to, that's going to come back to as a trauma when they're like in their 50s, like, oh my God, I was in the Sea Org. My mom was, oh boy. It's just going to come back. L. Ron Hubbard played the long game. David Koresh played the short game. Too hard, banging too many women, too quick, not enough lawyers, didn't play the long game. So it works. So Bitcoin is working. It's working. Am I comparing it to Scientology? I just did for a joke. But is it a real thing in the future that is inherently anti-inflammatory? Right? Like an Advil, it's not going to call inflation. Is it something that's great? Is it something that'll be used to be good? Is it something that will be used mostly for bad because governments can't track it or anything like that, and it can't be regulated, can't be seized and all that, and nobody else can use it? High probability of that. If you look at how great the invention of the internet was and what's going on there, you're going, high probability of that. But it's only one of your choices for cryptocurrencies, which I like. You can have, Bitcoin is sort of like what? It's like the Chase Bank. It's the known cryptocurrency. It's what you can trust. It's stuck around, but you can also get like My Coin, Dog Coin, Foot Coin. You can get Eyelash Coin. You could go with a bunch of startups. You could get Pencil Coin. You could get Nickelback Coin. You could get Hanson. Hanson probably's got a coin. There's a whole bunch. We're looking at them now. You can get Mog Coin, Cat in a Dog World Coin. You can get Book of Meme Coin. And people are trading them. Look, that's real money. Mm-hmm. You could get dogs. You could get Googie Chad, Giga Chad. You could get Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 1.
10.
No. Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10, which is currently up 23.5%. These coins seem like it's just people ripping each other off, which is also something that works. You can also get MAGA Trump coin, which is up 27.2%. You can get Pepe coin, which probably has to do with Pepe, the character on the internet. You can get Retardio.
We got to get some of that.
I want to get some Retardio because it's up 63.07%. You can get Durgeon. You can get a lot. You can get Y. It's funny while you're buying it. It's like Y, and you're going like cuz.
I'm heavy in some Y coin.
Yeah,
right
I got
now.
some Y coin right now, dude. But look at its value, 102,436. These all have very big value. So these people are just buying and selling with each other, right? And making money because it's money that they put in on the exchange.
This is the king, Dogecoin.
Dogecoin is still going strong as the Banco Popular of coins. But Bitcoin is really the one. It's expensive. You feel. If Bitcoin was a hotel, what are we talking?
Bitcoin's what your grandmother heard about.
Yeah, Bitcoin's what your grandmother heard about. Bitcoin is the champagne. Bitcoin is 5-star. You know, Bitcoin is you got to slip the guy 100 when he brings your valises to your room. Bitcoin is there's a water on your table that if you lift it, you got to pay $400.
Right.
That's Bitcoin.
Bitcoin sparkling.
Bitcoin is Beverly Hills, baby. Bitcoin is Malibu. Bitcoin is the Hamptons. Bitcoin is top notch. Bitcoin ain't just your neighbor's cryptocurrency. It ain't just your neighbor's invisible dollars. This is the real deal, baby. And it's up huge. The other ones are up 100, whatever. I don't even know what that means. So, or they're worth total that. I don't know what it means, but I do know that Bitcoin's at an all-time high. 2 million, was that 2,000?
No, this is Ethereum.
Ethereum is another, that one, let's call that Bank of America, right? Is Bank of America more?
No. The Bitcoin would be Bank of America. Ethereum is like the little brother. Of Bitcoin,
So it's like, what would that be? Yeah, one of those. It's like,
it's like the junior, you know?
yeah, it's like, so it's Chase. Which one's bigger? I don't know. They're both big. So whichever one's the smaller one. Banco Popular is Ethereum, and it's doing good. They're all up. Everyone is still on crypto because they're making money on crypto, right? The idea is that you buy it and you hold it for the
Hodl.
future.
It's called hodl.
Hodl.
Diamond hands.
So you just like you treat it like gold. You treat it like it's not gold. It's not diamonds. It's not shiny. You can't make a watch out of it. You can't put it on a girl's finger, but it is protected by electricity.
But you can't forget your passcode and lose all your money.
You can't forget your passcode and lose all your money. You can be hacked, but it's very hard, right? Your money's gone. That point I can tell you is the actual dollars that are used now are gone. And the thing that you bought, you could sell it to get those dollars back if Bitcoin is up, but you could lose those dollars if you sell it after Bitcoin is down. It sounds a lot like the stock market to me still, but I understand in theory, it sounds like a very volatile stock market, but I understand in theory it's a type of currency that there's only a finite amount of, 21 million, which inherently gives it value. I'm saying if you were creating, you wanted to get everyone's money, you get them hyped, you get them paranoid about fiat currencies, governments. I mean, conspiracy theorists are all in here. Let's be honest. You get them. I'm just saying, if it was a scam, it would look a lot like this. It's sort of like 9/11. I'm just saying, 9/11. I think it was hit by a plane and went down. Okay. But I'm saying, if it was a controlled demolition, it would have looked a lot like that as well, right? That's not crazy. Building 7 went down because of flames and ISIS farts and there was actually ISIS guys in there cutting the beams and ISIS, and it went down because of Islam and terrorism and evil and the axis of evil and everything that we were told. That's why it went down. But if it was also a controlled demolition, the visual of it would have looked the same as that building going down. Similarly, Bitcoin is completely legitimate. I'm told. I agree. I'm on board. I'm in the future. I'm not a boomer. I'm for it. I'm against the banks. I'm against all the regulation. I'm against all they do is evil stuff. All the system does is evil stuff all the time. Because that's how fear works. You find one corruption and you go, it's happening everywhere. I agree. Why not? But if it was created by, of course, they're anonymous still, or some Fujiyama, some Japanese dude, which is awesome fucking marketing if it is a scam, you know? Because he's completely hidden and insulated, and he's just taking in money. He's probably getting 1% off the blockchain, right?
Well, he invented it, so he's got
He invented it, so something is getting funneled out.
Mr. Miyagi.
He is on Turkish Air with Eric Adams, sipping a champagne somewhere, one way or the other. whether it was legit or a scam. But it is legit. So let's go with the premise is legit. If it was a scam, it would look the same. It would look very similar, right? Hey, send all your money. This, in the future, this will be the currency that works. And everything will be good. Nobody will use it for bad. Nobody will steal. It'll all be recorded. There'll be plenty of electricity to power it. You'll be able to mine stuff, but it's a limited amount, which inherently just gives it value once you start. When you go like, and that's to make it anti-inflammatory, right? Because it's limited. You can't just keep printing. So that idea is it could be very true, and it also would be the right thing to say if you were doing a scam, to give something value. You know what I mean? If I go, hey, I got 14 cartoon gorillas, and that inherently gives the gorilla art value. It's why all artists are in some way scam artists, but not really, but a little bit, but mostly, but not. You get a Picasso, it's a fucking Picasso. You get the original, you're like, oh, he touched it. He touched it. It's the same painting.
It's a one of one.
It's a one of one. So it gives it value because of how rare it is. It's this game we play, where the purists I need it to be. But if you're a college student, you throw up a Van Gogh, guess what? The other college students aren't going to go, oh, but it's a poster. It's still a Van Gogh, right? Like the burger is manufactured at Burger King, still tastes good. Still a burger. Still works. So that's the thought. Limit the amount, give it value, and then if you're a criminal enterprise, put all your money in there. Untraceable, nothing can touch you, and everyone else will be rushing in to buy because of the promise of it. And then you can sell when it goes up. You can sell and make some money and kick a little back to the guy who invented the whole thing. I mean, old school capitalism, baby. Could be that. But it could also be started as a scam, but actually end up being a good thing, like the Kennedys. Or did they start as bad and turn good? I don't know. Ethel Kennedy's checked out. She's had enough at 96. So young. The Kennedys either live way long or way short. They really are not a moderate family. There's no time for a midlife crisis when you're a Kennedy. They check out before, or they live long enough to just be old. I mean, RFK Jr. is 70, but he's kind of moping around like a 40-year-old. He's going to live to like 100 because only the good die young. No, I'm kidding. They just have something in their genes. Like if you got to take them out, they got to be taken out by a helicopter, car, and they do all the time. I mean, all the time. Drugs and cars and vehicles just take all of these people out. This woman had more, by the time she was 40, she went to more funerals than like the typical 90-year-old. Her whole family was gone. I mean, her funeral was only attended by 3 Kennedys because I think that's all that's left. It's still a big family. 34 grandchildren, 24 great-great-grandchildren, many nieces, nephews.
She had 11 of her own.
And she had 11 of her own. Catholic woman. It's God's will, baby. Definitely not for the abortion, which is odd because I don't know what the Kennedys' stances was on that. Was that even a big thing back then? It wasn't even possible, and I don't even remember. Who cares? This was a big, big funeral in Boston at Our Lady of Victory. Oh my God, I shut down the streets there because I heard one of the Kennedys died. So all those blue bloods from fucking Newport are down here. So I can't get to the Patriots game the short way. I think it was on a Sunday too. She died on Thursday, then he had the mass on Sunday or something. And that's bad. That's fucking bad for Boston, if you're a Boston guy. So many people in her family died. I mean, it's really only her and Jimmy Carter that were still alive, right? I think they were the only 2 old people that over 95 that were alive in the world. And Jimmy Carter is still going good. They both were like huge into causes for other people, which is what you learn when you get to about midway point of the life. You go, oh, all the stuff I filled myself up with, I'm done with the satisfaction from that. Now, if I want to live, I got to give back. I got to be a nice person, or else I'm just going to die. I'm filling myself too much. It doesn't have the same satisfaction. I'm full. Now you got to give back. That means you have kids and you raise them. It means you go to a soup charity. Something you have to give. You have to start giving to balance yourself out. Not a really known thing in America where they just go, keep going, keep earning, keep earning. So that's why I think everyone over 50 is just fucking taking a handful of pulls. Because really, I think the second half of life is really about like, all right, I did it. I played in the NBA. I made all this money. What am I going to do? Now I'm going to go coach or, and then live through them and watch them rise up. And then they do the same thing. It's sort of a reminder like, oh, this is a Ferris wheel. This is a Ferris wheel. My replacements are coming and I'm on the way out. I'm in the middle. So let me start that process of giving back so then I can get into heaven. So it's really a selfish thing. At the end of the day, you're going like, all right, what do I got? What kind of deal can I cut here? First 40, very selfish. First 40, very, very selfish. All about me. And now it's like, okay, that's that means like on the exchange, on the blockchain of God, your stock, you're down. And you're like, okay, I gotta get that back up. I gotta get that back. I gotta get that value back up to get into everything's on an exchange. It goes up, it goes down, it goes all the way around. And there's only one thing you can be sure of, and that is a Kennedy will die. At some point, Kennedys will be in the news dead. There's just so many of them. So rest in peace to Ethel. She was supposedly a really great person. And I don't think they need to say falling ill. I think being 96, you're ill. I don't think you're healthy at 96. So I hate when they say that. Like, before she was 96 and before falling ill, you're like, what do you mean falling ill, dude? She's been ill since she's 88. Nobody has a healthy 88 to 96. Nobody goes, no doctors for me. I mean, your whole life is just doctor's appointments, which does give you something to do. Because at that point, you're going like, the only reason I'm still here is because of modernity. I mean, I'm 40 years past what I'm supposed to be here by nature. So your whole life is just doctor's appointments. You ever notice about old people? They're like, what are you doing this week, Ma? They're like, I got to go see the rheumatologist on Monday. I got to go see the cardiologist on Tuesday. I got to go see the physical therapist Thursday. I got 14 MRIs. The MRIs and CAT scans never stop at that age. You're just, you have more radiation than a Nagasaki survivor.
Duck.
Old people are just fucking shot with radiation.
They glow in the dark.
Yeah, they just glow in the dark, dude. I mean, your whole week is just doctor's appointments every single week, which is great. It's great for the doctors. It's bad for the younger people who trying to have low healthcare costs, but it's good for the old people that they got something to do. They can watch TV and they can go to doctor's appointments, because I always wonder, what the fuck did old people do before televisions and doctors? What did they do? I'm speaking to my doctor. There's always a tangent, always a related doctor's appointment in the conversation. I'm watching this tonight, but I got to wake up early because I have a doctor's appointment. There's always that. So before television, I think old people just went like this.
Stare at the wall.
Yeah. But I also think the family treated them better.
Well, they had the radio. They listened to the radio.
Dude, we have to stop that. This country has to, you gotta like make another room in your house for the grandparents. I think that we are so conditioned to be youth obsessed that we just throw our fucking grandparents out. You know, you gotta move them in, give them the grandkids. So you gotta take them in, period. I like how we did that like there wasn't a cut because I had to go to the bathroom.
Very smooth.
But you take them in and then you let them powder their balls with J&J talcum powder, which could make them very rich. And then they'll be old, and not only will they have their grandkids there, but they'll also have $15 million that they don't have enough time to spend. Unlike probably this guy who has time to spend it, but I think he has some cancer. Unfortunately, I don't know how bad, but it was apparently caused by, at least the jury found, by the J&J powder that the guy was using for 15 years.
On his balls?
I don't know if it was on his balls. I remember using powder on the balls.
Yeah, me too.
And then it just still gets wet, and then you have balls of powder. It just doesn't work.
Paste.
Yeah, it just turns into paste and it's all
It's
gross.
disgusting. Yeah, you got ball paste.
You got ball paste. It's just, when you think about it, powder can't be good. You're like inhaling it. You're powdering it up. There's all this smoke. None of this stuff can be good, right?
Well, we did that for the ladies. Right?
Yeah, we tried to do it for the ladies. So J&J got banged out, but they also have like so many of these lawsuits, like 62,000 or something. Is that what it is? So this guy was awarded 15,000 because he said it caused his mesothelioma. That's a type of cancer, right? From the baby powder, because he was using it for decades. He was a dedicated, he went to CVS.
His balls were baby
He got
fresh.
toothpaste and baby powder, and his balls always just smelled great.
Yeah.
His balls were always powdered up.
Oh, there's Bob with the powdered balls.
Yeah, he just had powdered balls. His balls were always just in great shape. I mean, they look like they were in the Klan. They were white. Looked like they were wearing a Klan hood, but he was in good shape. So, how many of these people though are saying this? So, keep going down because there's more. Yeah, they got to pay 19.6. They're disputing it. Just to say that they are disputing it. But I think I read they have like so many lawsuits. But they're disputing it. So they're appealing it and they're saying it didn't cause it. But he says it was because he inhaled it regularly. But also, could you say like, dude, are you powdering your balls every day?
Yeah, how often?
I mean, if you drink Jack and Coke every day,
Right.
you're going to sue Jack and Coke? I mean, decades long, you've been powdering your balls? Not trying to, I don't know. I'm not saying, I could just say, I could see that other side. Like, that sounds like extreme use. If you're doing it for decades, how much? Once a week? Was it 4 times a day?
That's what it sounds like.
How much baby powder were you using? But the problem is, the talc, they're saying the talc in the baby powder that he inhaled causes illness. But I think he initially said that there was some carcinogen in there, but I don't think it's in there. I don't know. That the talc powder was contaminated with asbestos. So that's what they argued. And J&J plans to appeal the decision, saying it's an erroneous ruling. So we don't know. Was it proven that there was asbestos in there? I mean, wouldn't everyone who powders their balls be getting tapped? But maybe this guy, maybe they should say, hey, maybe this will come. Maybe this is one of those good things that comes with a warning. Like, hey, we want you to have good smelling balls, but don't get carried away. Like, how many times are you really going to have anyone going down there?
Don't over powder.
Don't over powder, dude. I mean, don't powder like you're getting blowjobs every 15 seconds. Like, you're probably getting 1 blowjob a year if you're married, and that's if you're lucky, maybe 2, 3, 10.
On your birthday.
On your birthday, but if you're not married, even if you're single, how many blowies are you getting? I mean, just take a shower before sex. Haas cited decades of scientific evaluations that found no evidence of asbestos in their products. So I wonder why the jury granted him this.
I'd like to be on that jury.
I'd like to be on that jury. Well, we don't know if it was his balls, but it's funnier that way.
Much funnier.
Yeah, and we don't know if it was a guy. Oh, it is a guy. So it probably was his balls.
Definitely. What else is he putting
What else are you putting it on? Why don't they just say it in the article? Because they don't want people to find fun in it?
Yeah.
What else could he have been powdering?
His ass?
It's ass and balls.
His ass and balls.
It's ass and balls. That's it. That's it. And look, if you get your ass eaten when you got it's a sugar donut. That's what they call a sugar donut.
That's a powdered donut.
That's a powdered donut. So you get a little of that dry on there.
You get a little milk mustache.
Can you scroll down? Keep scrolling. So yeah, this is the part that was interesting. They faced more than 62,000 lawsuits related to claims that its talc-based products caused ovarian and other cancers. Who's putting the talc inside the vag? The company is currently pursuing a nearly $9 billion settlement plan to resolve the majority of these cases through bankruptcy, though mesothelioma claims like Pitkin's are not part of the proposed settlement. So they're settling for something else. Something else.
I would just give up on the powder if I was James.
Dude, at this point, just make it a gel.
Just just move on.
You were trying to help people.
Yeah.
You're trying to do against rashes. Right. Here's the thing. Nobody uses it anymore for babies anymore. They use like a cream now. So it's probably something wrong with the powder. I mean, you're inhaling. You can't just have all this powder in the room and inhale it.
Yeah.
It's going to do something. I don't know what mesothelioma is.
It's some lung disease, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, you're inhaling a powder, which is not good.
Although you have fresh balls, you know.
You do have fresh balls. The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh awayeth. But they did withdraw their talc-based baby powder from the U.S. in 2020 and globally in 2022. So there may be some, or maybe it's just a bad press and they're like, fuck it. Or maybe there's just some evidence. Maybe that the jury found it true for a reason. So they awarded him. It wasn't like they settled. You know, when you hear that someone settled, they're just going like, get the fuck out of here. Here's your money. Who gives a shit? We make billions of dollars. Get out of here. Settling is a different thing. But the jury awarded this guy 19 milli. Those are some expensive balls. But breast cancer deaths are down because of the NFL. No, it just said breast cancer. I just saw that headline. And I'm just going to say because it's the pink helmets.
Yeah.
I think it's awareness. Ladies, check your breasts, check your balls. That's it. Thank God for modern medicine that you'll be found out. And don't powder too much. Guys, we are brought to you today by Kalshi. Kalshi. Very nice. I'm excited to show you this new app, Kalshi. It's the first legal exchange where you can trade on any event. Will Billie Eilish have the #1 album this year? Opinions. People place bets on them. They do it with sports anyway. Now you can do it with your opinions, big things. Who's going to win the election? What's the chances of COVID? But whatever it is, they are right now giving a $20 bonus on their app for the first 500 people who join with our code and deposit $100. You get a $20 bonus when you deposit $100 using their app. So go to Kalshi.com/Yannis. Download the app today. That's Kalshi.com/Yannis. Now, what is Kalshi? I'll tell you a little bit about it. Okay. It's the only place to trade bet on events like whether the U.S. math score will decline this year. Even trade or details about the upcoming election. Who will be #1 on Billboard? Who will win the Oscars, Grammys, stuff like that. Fun stuff. I feel like this is for the ladies as well. Get in on it. I know you like sports, and this is also for guys who like a little, to have some fun and throw some opinions on there. You can make some money. You're having the opinions anyway. So whether inflation will go up or down or interest rates go up, you can throw some scratch into the argument. Which is very cool. They've seen over 750 million in trading volume and are always adding new markets. So that's cool. So you can buy an X cent or get $1 if you're right per contract. So if you buy something for 33 cents and you're right, you get 3 times your money. It's as simple as that. Or at 25 cents, you can get 4 times your money. And you can buy as many contracts as you want. So Kalshi is giving, like I said, $20 in bonus bets in their app. And for the first 500 people who join with our code, you'll get $100. So go to Kalshi, KALSHI.com/Yannis. Download the app today. That's Kalshi.com/Yannis on your phone to get a $20 bonus when you deposit $100. Don't wait. This special offer is only for the first 500 listeners to join. It's fun. It's real fun. I went on there. You can have some fun. You don't got to go big. Throw a couple dollars. Whatever, to have some fun. Kalshi. Yeah, you could trade on that. What can you do to get those dry balls?
Especially in the summertime.
Summertime. I don't think we were meant to have dry balls in the summer.
Yeah.
I just don't think there's anything you can do about it. You can lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
This guy was probably not skinny if his balls were sweating profusely. I've noticed, when I'm more trimmer, I fluctuate a little bit right now. I'm working out, so I'm trimmer. My balls are a lot lighter. There's a lot less moisture down there. It's all about the leg rub.
Right.
It's all about crowded subway. It becomes a crowded subway car. And it's hot even when you ever been on a crowded subway car? There's just too much in there.
It's gross, yeah.
There's too much leg. There's too much contact. You're touching each other too much. So don't powder your balls anymore.
Yeah.
I guess. That's if I'm giving a positive thing out to the guys out there. Don't powder your balls. And ladies, I don't know what the ovarian cancer is about, but don't powder your vagina. Don't squeeze it in there. Don't put it on the sides. Don't put it in any orifices or balls. Or if you do, put a mask on, like COVID. If you really love, if you're married to the powder.
If you have to powder.
I always had a feeling about it, though, when all that powder goes in the air and it gets in your mouth. You're like, phew. But, it's sold to us. And for a while, it was like the only option, and everyone was powdering their balls. And then all those guy companies, remember that guy company era? That Maxim era?
Yep.
Remember the Maxim? Guys Health, Maxim. Right. They had their own ball powder. I think everyone's got their own ball powder.
Yeah, what was that spray that the marketed towards men?
No fumes ball. No fumes? I don't know what it's called.
Axe body spray.
Axe body spray. They had a talc powder.
Right.
So talc may not be the best.
Right. Spray your balls.
According to this. Who knows? Just whatever money you were going to spend on baby powder, make sure you spend it on crypto. Like I said, put all your savings into crypto. It's bullish. It's going good. Trump launched one. Trump launched his own platform. And, of course, they jumped on him the first day. And I think the PR people of his site are saying it's because it experienced some technical difficulties or something, right?
Give it time. I mean, look at Bitcoin.
But give it a little time. You never know. Give it a little time and see what happens. It could work out. There's some 20 billion digital tokens priced at 1.5 cents each. This is the time to get in. This is the time to get in. I would advise putting your child savings on it. I'm obviously joking about all this. I would say it comes with a little risk. I would say it's a little risky, but it's got a good name. It's not like Trump coins. It's not like Trump space. It's World Liberty Financial. World Liberty Financial, which is good. World Liberty Financial. And we're going to check it out right now. He's on there.
Oh, yeah.
He's on there. Shape a new era of finance, be defiant. Now, the interesting thing about Trump getting into this game as a business with his sons, I think, are behind this too. The whole family. And it's just a platform, right? Which there's a lot of. But they sell all the coins, right? All the different coins, or does he have his own coin too? Whatever it is. But the interesting thing is that he called crypto a scam.
Oh, did
before?
He?
Yeah, he was saying it's a scam.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. So he's like me. He's come around. I don't think it's a scam anymore. Here's my position on it. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm not an expert. I don't know. I don't know what's good to bad. I don't know what to do with your money. I don't know. I'm a very conservative guy when it comes with money. I've made a little, saved a little, and that's about it. I don't do anything wild. I don't got any extravagant habits. I don't even buy that many sneakers anymore. It's all towards the kids. But also, Kamala, not to be outdone, says she will protect cryptocurrency for black people. Sorry. So she will do that. She will. She will be the vigilante Black Panthers for black people's cryptocurrency. The Nation of Islam. She will send the Nation of Islam. She will send the Nation of Islam to your computer to protect it. They will guard your computer because she will protect cryptocurrency investments for black men who make them know, so they know that their money is safe. And the only way you can do that, it was with 1%ers, what are they called? 5%ers. Nation of Islam.
Or the S1Ws.
Black Panthers. Who are the S1Ws?
Public Enemy, remember the S1Ws?
Yeah, the S1Ws will guard your computer 24/7 in shifts to make sure that your money is safe. I love how vague that is, that she's going to protect the cryptocurrency investments of black men. So black men, how are you going to do that? You're going to control the market?
Just black men too?
Yeah, just black men? Well, she's particularly appealing to black men here, what she'll do for them. Because I think the blacks are starting to love Trump, man.
Yeah,
every time he gets shot at, they're like, yo, the same thing, you know? They're going after him like they've been going after us for centuries. He's starting to really strike a cultural chord, you know? Go back, because this is where Legalize recreational marijuana and create opportunities for Black Americans to succeed in the new industry. That's one they're listening to.
They like that.
That's what everyone is listening to. Support education training and mentorship programs that lead to good paying jobs for Black men, including pathways to becoming teachers. Okay. Provide 1 million loans that are fully forgivable up to $20K for Black entrepreneurs and others to start a business.
I want that.
I want that too. But that's a good one. But the cryptocurrency that's the best because you know that your cryptocurrency will be safe. Somehow these volatile markets for all of them won't be, if you're Black and you have cryptocurrency, you won't lose your money. This one seems like a lie. How can you ensure that they're safe? That one didn't thought out. She's like, Trump's talking about crypto. Let's talk about crypto.
Just put Black and crypto in the same sentence.
They're just both going with like the tide because I think the tide right now is positive because Bitcoin's up and everything. It's like just whatever you got to say to make these people. This is what they're into. But it's good news if you own Bitcoin. That's good news. Congratulations. It's up. I myself own Obama. What was it called? I got Book of Meme Coin and Turbo Tobo. I got Osaka Protocol.
I'm all in on Retardio.
I'm all in on Retardio. So all my investments are in Retardio. So I don't know about Bitcoin because there's just something about Retardio that I like. If it's going to be the currency, why there's so many of them? Don't ask questions. Do not ask questions, but just know that Retardio's up. And also know that things seem pretty chill with China and the United States right now if you take Z at his word. Because you read other articles and you're going, there's hostile drills going on in the South Pacific and Taiwan and all that stuff. The usual stuff. The stuff that, scares you until you read it a million times, right? It's that news. Like if you heard, here's the thing about what's funny about doing a podcast and stuff like this or being an adult and reading the news is if you just pick up the newspaper, right? If you just came out of a coma and picked up the newspaper, you would see an article that says global trade at risk as tensions escalate in the South China Sea. And you go, what the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my God, are we going to go to war to China? But then you read the paper every day and you're like, it's the same article. Tensions are high. 2 ships passed in the night. They both went like this. They threw the middle finger at each other. They're both upset about Taiwan. And you're going like, oh, this has been in the news every day. So it kind of loses its luster. You're not scared anymore. So you go to the guy to call him and be like, dude, I know it sounds bad, but you have to understand it's every day. And then you go to the Middle East, you go like, what the fuck is going on? What's good? You'd be like, guy, you just woke up out of a coma. This happened last year and the year before and the year before and the year before and the year before. And some things are just toxic. The United States and China have a toxic relationship where they need each other, but they hate each other. That they need each other economically, but they compete economically. I don't know what to tell you besides that. But Chinese boats have been clashing with vessels of the Philippines and Vietnam, which have overlapping claims. Maybe they're just playing a game of polo. Maybe it's a game, Marco Polo in the South China Sea. That's a valuable shipping route, right? Look, dude, all I know is I want to focus on what Z said. Because Z came hard. And he says, we're friends. He said, we need each other for the future of the world. I like that. Even if he's an authoritarian, he's got to be practical, right? He don't want to take on the red, white, and blue and the boys. So that doesn't mean he won't continue to try to crash our banks and espionage. And what did he do with that thing we covered that nobody knows about where they hacked all the phones?
Oh, yeah. Right.
I mean, nobody knows about that. I just don't think we got enough good guys right now in employment for good stuff, because good stuff just doesn't pay as much as bad stuff. So I think everyone's putting their money in crypto and shit and starting their stuff or their content or whatever they're doing because it pays better than being, what pays better? Being a hacker and getting the money from the bank that you steal, or being the guy who's like chasing those guys? They never, you know, if their name was Ukraine, they would be paid so well. You know, not putting a judgment on it one way or the other. I'm just saying, do those guys, are they motivated to be in those positions? So he's saying, look, we're friends. We got to have bipartisan, what do you say? Bilateral relations. It's better for humanity, for the future, for our children, for our little Asian children and our little everything children here. We have everything children. They're just pretty much Chinese. And then some people that they yell at that aren't Chinese. They're not cool to the people who aren't Chinese. They don't got a DEI program going on over there. I'll tell you that right now. Nor are they looking to. But he emphasized that viewing each other as competitors could lead to poor policy decisions. We're partners. I think part of this too is because the sanctions are kind of, not the sanctions, but us going, we're making the chips here and saying, you know, like there was some arguments about, right, the devaluation of the currency. America fought back a little bit, and then they sent COVID, evened it out. Just joking. So this meeting with U.S. President Biden marked their first talks in years, resulting in agreements including the reactivation of a high-level military hotline. Very nice, dude. Like, hey, let's not let this get out of hand. I like this. He also announced plans to invite 50,000 young, unwitting Americans to China for exchange programs and highlighted cooperation on panda conservation. I like you threw that in there. Yeah, let's protect these pandas.
Save the pandas.
Yeah, also save the pandas. I mean, this dude had a good night of sleep before this. I mean, this is a good blowy or a good night of sleep. I love that he threw in the pandas.
That's nice.
I know Z cares very much about the pandas. So let's cooperate on that, guys. The pandas are, I think, mostly over there, if not exclusively over there. But he's saying, help us with the pandas. Bring your 50,000 young Americans who we will indoctrinate and spy on. And invite them to China for exchange programs. China's probably lit, dude. I know those basketball players that go there are like, it's nice.
Stephon Marbury said it was the greatest place on earth.
Yeah, it's the greatest place on earth.
They loved him out there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, what are we doing here? Freedom is kind of going a little too free. So they're a little too not free in a way. But, you know, I think if you took China and you took America and you put it in the middle, it might be something, which is essentially like European countries, but they're a little more American-ish. I don't know. They definitely have order over there. Yeah, you got to be watched at all times. And I think they like to off themselves over there too from the pressure. But they're doing something good, right?
Well, they got all our money.
They got all our money. That helps.
We buy all their cheap junk. And
We buy their junk. They make it all. We pay them. And then they use it to try to take over the world like we do. We do the same thing, I guess. I don't know. So this is good. Ethel Kennedy dying, 96. You got to say, not a tragedy. But rest in peace. Trump's platform, not a tragedy yet. First day seems like a tragedy. Only 3%, I think, of the coins were bought. But this is your good news. This is your good news that you can sleep on and feel good. I feel good when I hear stuff like this. I'm going like, that's nice, dude. Let's get back to that. Let's make some money together, man. Let's make some money together. That's it. Enough. Isn't it tiring? All the spying and for what, dude? Just make some money. Everybody get paid, you know, until that becomes empty. But give that a chance to get empty. So, it's a real stable position. Sometimes people don't have stable positions. And, I just love how The Real Housewives is a show, but they're really unhinged in real life. So supposedly, the ex-husband of a Real Housewives star got 7 years for hiring a mobster to assault her boyfriend.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
The ex-husband
Yeah.
assaulted. Okay.
Yeah. So he was a little upset.
Did they get it on camera? That's
What
the
happens
important
is she
part.
gets on Real Housewives. She gets famous. She starts making her own sauce or whatever brand. She gets a little taste of the fame drug. And then she wants to go a little younger and probably started going with some younger guy. And then unfortunately hired someone to hurt the boyfriend because he was jealous. So
This has got to be Real Housewives of New Jersey, right?
I don't think it's Real Housewives of Norway. It's probably Real Housewives of New Jersey, where this was already cultural. Real Housewives of Long Island or Jersey or Staten Island or Ozone Park. And that's about it. The attacker received 2.5 years sentence. So maybe they got to the guy. But that's the new boyfriend. Oh, the new boyfriend's handsome. I mean, I can understand how the guy lost his mind. You just got to be careful about if your wife's ever going to end up on Real Housewives. That's the only thing. I don't think it goes good after that. Remember there was that Real Housewife who was married to that lawyer who was embezzling all that money? You remember that?
Yep. Not
For
good.
to support her singing career? I think the lesson is if you're married to someone and they get on that show, start divorce proceedings.
Yeah, that's a red flag.
Yeah, it's a red flag because it's going to be unstable from here on in. The American culture is really going to get her hands on your wife, and that fame drug ain't no good. So who knows how much the guy took? Yeah. How much did he get paid? So the attack did happen. Did he feel better after probably not. He's probably like, oh shit. What the fuck? I just lost this buddy and now we're all going to prison. So I don't know. Anyway, that's the moral of the story is if you didn't know, The Real Housewives is a toxic franchise where they thrive off of drama and women sit there and consume it as entertainment because for them, it's very calming to watch all these women out of control because they're not them. It's one of those things where you go, I'm not them. I'm pretty in control. I'm not trying to pull another girl's hair out over a dinner table because some line producer said to do it. And so they just watch it and just go, it's not me. I feel calm. But the people who are on it, very toxic. It's a very toxic situation. This American love of drama is really jumping the shark, and it's starting to have like real life concept. Maybe this was even a storyline on there, like it was with the woman who wanted to be a 45-year-old pop star who had that lawyer, and the lawyer before that was doing like great causes for victims of major corporations that were hurt, and he was taking their money that he was holding for them and giving it to his wife so she could go like, bye, bye, bye. I'd never be a fool for you. Just another player in the game for two. So, I don't know. I think it's not unreasonable to call The Real Housewives a toxic franchise. I don't know. Rest in peace, Big Ange. I remember I saw her at a street fair. She was selling sauce to the end. She was selling sauce. And that's just how it goes. Rest in peace to Ethel Kennedy. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to the Cold War between the United States and China. It's over. It's officially over. I don't want to hear anything else bad. And I don't think I will. I don't think there'll be any more bad news coming from that. I think it's done. I think pandas, them being endangered, is over. Very positive. I think everything is positive. I think your balls are safe now. I think they're safe. Just use a gel or a cream. Don't use talcum powder. And you'll be fine. It's all very positive. Bitcoin is up. Everything's looking good forever. Forever. Forever and ever and ever. Everything will continue to be good in your life. Here's the thing. If you believe what I say, that will be good. So just believe it. Because at the end of the day, I'm convinced it comes down to what you choose to believe. And if you believe in love and good, then that's what you'll see. If you believe in negativity, then that's what you'll see. They're both there. They're both there. But just, you can't focus on both at the same time. Don't drive yourself crazy like that. Just get into a cult and just get your brain washed and be happy. And just let the guy bang your wife. It's a small price to pay to be one of God's chosen children. What's up, guys? You can catch me at the Ice House in Pasadena, October 24th, Brea Improv, October 26th. 27th. St. Louis, November 14th. Let's do that again. What's up, guys? You can catch me. What's up, guys? You can catch me live in Pasadena on October 24th. You can catch me in Brea, California, October 27th. St. Louis, November 14th through the 16th. Portland, Maine, November 22nd through the 23rd. Fort Worth, Texas, November 29th. Dallas, November 30th. Milwaukee, December 6th, 7th. Rochester, January 7th, 16th, 17th, 18th. And Springfield, Missouri, March 7th and 8th. And San Diego, March 28th and 29th. And go to yannispappascomedy.com for your tickets and also our bonus episodes at patreon.com/YannisPappasHour. All right, going to give a shout out to Jared Z, exclusiveautoshipping.com. If you're moving your car out of state or you bought your car out of state, go to exclusiveautoshipping.com, get a free quote. Student military discounts apply. Also want to give a shout out to forthefree.art. It's an organization in Hawaii dedicated to musicians in Hawaii. You'll find out about bands and shows in Hawaii. Forthefree.art. Also, Nate Linder, natelinder.com. He's a marketing guru. If you want to rank number one on Google or profit from digital advertising, hit up natelinder.com. Nate Linder, think marketing, think Nate Linder. DisplayPros.net, they're the real deal when it comes to custom trade booths, retail fixtures, promotional items. Go to DisplayPros.net, tell them I sent you with the code What's the Deal is, or you just tell them I sent you. That's the better way. And you get 10% off your first purchase. RebelsRaiders.com. That's rebels-raiders.com. So go there, get your backpacks. Your plate carriers are currently in development. They'll be there in December. Pre-orders will open sometime in November. Buy some shirts in the meantime. So show the whole world that you understand nuance and the practical application of firearms. Guys got a point. As always, Rebels Raiders' ultimate goal is to burn down a Lambo. So get him his money so he can get the Lambo and burn it. So go check out. Very cool website, rebels-raiders.com. Also, Suds Auto Spa in the Bridgeville, south of Pittsburgh area. If you're into car capsule units, if you want storage solutions, paint protection, ceramic coatings, they will help you out. info@sudsautospa.com or on the gram suds_auto_spa on Instagram. They will travel. The bigger the job, the farther they'll travel. You can call them at 412-564-5033. And PCB Tech Art. Tired of your phone sliding around? Get your Chevy Silverado or GMC Sierra slim phone charge adapter and stay powered on the go. Also for golf junkies and businesses, check out their custom ball markers. Add a little flair to your game. And if you're the next great inventor, PCB Tech Art's got your back with 3D printing for your prototypes. Hit them up at PCBTechArt.com. Use the code Yannis10 for 10% off your order.